talking about fatherhood, you probably have lots to be proud of in your relationship with Tristan, but of course, what we hear about and what has played out in the media is probably the least proud moment in your relationship with him. Take me back to Christmas Eve and what happened. I mean, we've seen TMZ. Is what we heard accurate? What happened?
He came home. First, his girlfriend called and said that they went over to. She didn't have her own place at that time, and he was, and it was around Christmas. They just wanted to have like that Christmas Eve together couple thing. So they went to her grandparents' house. He found a bottle of Jack, and he doesn't drink liquor. He drinks beer, as I think, there's beer and wine in our house. There's not liquor in our house. If you wanted to people know, if you drink liquor and you come in our house, bring your own liquor, take it with you. Like, don't leave it at my house. And if there's bottles in the morning, I just dump it because I don't drink it. And he came home, and she had warned me that he was, he was volatile. They had gotten a fight. So he came in and he just, was just kind of out of control. And I tried to reason with him right off the bat, and I just told him, dude, just go to bed. And he just did the don't tell me what to do. And then my wife came in the kitchen, and it just escalated. And it got to the point where he's a big kid. He's 6'5", 250.
Okay.
Maybe 6'6". And he just shouldered me like hard, and then just spit in my face. And I just snatched him. And I just put him on the island and grabbed him by his arms. And and you say I wasn't proud, but I was, because he tried his damnedest to fishhook my eye. If you'll ever see the pictures, you can see that there's a scratch right along my eye right here. He tried to get in and fishhook my eye, because I told him, when since he's been, I said, you're going to get in a situation where somebody's going to be tougher than you. And I promise you, if you get their eye and get behind it and pop it out of their head, they're going to do this. And when they do that, they're yours. So
he was going for yours.
He was going for mine. So there's a part of me that says, well, that a boy. you're definitely, but at the same time, I'm beat up. Yeah. And I'm not going to strike my kid. Right. I'm pissed, but I'm not out of control pissed, and I haven't been drinking.
You're restraining him.
But it's like, it's taking everything I can. So I looked at my wife and said, you're going to have to call the cops. And as I held him down, he started tired, but I was over him, and I would put my head into his diaphragm, and when he would breathe out, because he was getting blown up, I would just push my head further into his diaphragm so he slowly was choking himself out.
Like you used to do to Sean when you would get him in a chin lock.
Yeah, I'd bend down a little bit. Little things you learn. And, then the police come, and...
Why are you arrested?
Well, number one, in retrospect, who do you think, like, it's Christmas Eve? Don't you probably think that the top of the food chain's working Christmas Eve?
They couldn't get the day off.
I mean, this guy, to read the police report, he puts me in the car, and I said, dude, you're not going to have a job in 6 months.
Did you?
Yeah. I said, you fucked up. I said, you got the wrong dude. I said, you can look at my kid's mugshot. There's not a mark on that kid. So if I was to, you know, and TMZ says, you know, it made it look like it was the Tate LeBlanc-Bianca murder scene, you know, bloody. A wine glass got broken, and my wife stepped on a piece of glass and draped blood on the tile floor in the kitchen. That was the blood.
Oh, wow.
You know, so that's the blood, the bloody scene. You know, I've never seen anybody get cleaned up for a mugshot.
But now, you're taken. He's not. Yet. Right. So you go.
So now we're driving, and I live on the beach, so you've got to go all the way down to there's bridges that go, because it's the beach is on a peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to go down to the bridge, go over the bridge, and now you're on the mainland side, and then you've got to go out to the county to where the jail is. We're going up the beach road, and I hear domestic 42 blah blah, and I said, dude,
holy shit,
it's my fucking house. So now he gets out of the car, pulls over, gets out of the car, gets on his cell phone, because now he's covering his ass. Now he knows, like, I fucked up. He can't get on the radio.
Right.
So now he's on his cell phone.
Because it would be a public record if you got on there. Okay.
So now he goes back, and they put me in a holding tank in Daytona Beach Shores. And 3 guys worked 2 hours while they put together the police report. And they're faxing it, and the desk sergeant's sending it back going, no. Like, this isn't going to float. This isn't going to float.
They're trying to position the events so that everybody's clean.
And they fucked up.
Now, was your wife, they were called back because he got into it with your wife or the girlfriend?
And then my brother-in-law came over. As she was as they were taking me, she came in the police car. She said, what do you want me to do? I said, call your brother. Call your brother. Like, a man needs to be in this house. So, as I said when they pulled me away, I said, something happens to my wife, man. I said, dude, you're not gonna have a job. And then this thing happens, and it was just like one of those things where you could just, because you know, I'm just looking at him, and it wasn't my first time in the back of a police car, you know. So it's just like, to me, it's just like, whatever. It's kind of tough on the rotator cuffs, but you know.
But now, are you freaking out when you hear the radio call?
When I hear the radio call, I'm just like, dude, I said, you've got to go back to my house. Because there's my section of the beach is county. So like, they've got to come, like, it's a sheriff that has to come to my house. They'll send, you know, Shores cops or whatever, you know, they'll send different police units there. But they've already been and left, and it's Christmas Eve, and now it's like the response is, you know.
It's like long, yeah.
So I get in, and you know, I get treated very well once I got to the detention center. The guys were cool, and I just told them, I said, you know, they were like, well, I said, no, just put me in general. I'm fine. I've been in jail. I said, just don't put my kid in general when he comes in, because I knew they told me they got him. And
was your wife struck?
No,
Oh.
No, he wouldn't put his hands on a woman. So I knew they got him because when I was being processed, they said they had arrested him and he was on his way. So now I'm thinking, it's not bad enough that I'm arrested, you know, now he's arrested. And this is Christmas Eve, you know.
Like, yeah, you're doing it as a family.
Yeah, you're going to do things, you know.
Be together.
Yuletide. So, and then it's, you know, we've got to get somebody, a judge to come basically to hear this, to get us out. So my attorney, who was is like the Mac Daddy. He was the prosecutor of the area for years, never plea bargain a case, never lost a case. Now he's private sector. So he called some favors, and we both got out at like 2:30.
When do you see each other for the first time? Do you go back home together?
No, two separate cars. But we had breakfast, which was like, but this lunch thing was like Hormel chili, black beans, piece of cornbread, some other thing. So when I got my phone back and I knew he was in my brother-in-law's car, I just texted him. I said, sweet fucking lunch, huh? And he texts back, he goes, what was that? I said, jail. Like,
oh, that's what you were given in prison.
Yeah, that's what they gave us.
In jail, I mean.
Yeah. That was our breakfast is tolerable, but I mean, I said that was jail. So we get home, and now they've got the TV trucks with the gimmicks,
Mm-hmm.
And of course the one Kevin Nash wants to go get the AR-15 and go up on the balcony and walk around in camos. Just so they get some. If I'm going to run with this, I've already lost my spot with the WWE.
Yeah, they wasted no time.
Yeah.
In getting your side of that story.
Yeah, I thought that was nice of them, and nice to know that they had so much faith in me.
And they're very quick to wash their hands. I think it was the next day, right?
No, I don't. Well, as soon as I don't know if there's like the stock market, if it's like 8 o'clock is when you can put out the
right
the news
to not
release.
affect the price.
Right. It's 8:01 was and I mean at the same time I see their position. It's like I'm not stupid to that.
People fail to see now. They talk about it like it's still a wrestling company. It's a public company.
Yeah.
You got to put it in the same category as Procter and Gamble and Caterpillar and anything else. Their decisions are made for shareholders.
It's also when
not
you're somebody that's been around and been associated with the company for as long as I have. It's almost like you're a DUI for mayor. It's not like you're not just a normal cat. So I understand that too. And I'm a big boy. It's okay. That didn't affect me.